Press Secretary Rubio. Once again, it was a pleasure to meet with you and open our arms to you in greeting in our national security. We decided to work jointly in terms of security to be able to have a higher control in drug trafficking routes that affect our nations and to fight against money laundering through information exchange, support technological equipment, support working on borders, working against illegal mining, and also, especially, we are working on an extradition treaty, which we are going to modernize because the latest one was created 150 years with an agenda that is at least 90 years old that do not respond to today's realities in the region. We have identified terrorist groups by Ecuador that are of interest to the U.S. and also by the U.S., such as Los Lobos and Los Choneros gangs that Secretary Rubio will be giving you more information on. On trade, we have agreed to work as fast as possible to overcome some barriers to trade, to a trade agreement that will strengthen our bilateral trade soon. We're looking for a safer environment for attracting U.S. companies investing in Ecuador to create more jobs in our country, financially and economically. There is a commitment by the U.S., as Secretary Rubio said, for supporting, working, and successfully working on the IMF programs in the next few weeks. So what is that we are seeking through our relationship and this meeting? We are seeking to put together two nations, the U.S. and Ecuador, our region, the Americas, and to make them secure and prosperous without threats from transnational organized criminal organizations and terrorist groups that want to subject our citizens to violence and to create countries that respect democracy and work under the principles of rule of law and human rights. Thank you very much.
Ahora damos paso al señor.
We now give the floor to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you very much for the opportunity to meet with you today. This is my second visit, but the first as Secretary of State. I was here as a senator several years ago, and I came back today. It was an honor to meet with you two very important meetings. First, we have to say that without security, we cannot make economic progress. This is something that our president know well. And what we are seeking is to help this government and Ecuador to face these threats. These threats are basically brought in from other countries, such as drug trafficking, illegal mining, that form these illegal groups, and basically coming from other countries that are affecting the country internally. First and foremost, I want to say that today we are designating as terrorist groups Los Lobos and Los Choneros, which gives the U.S. many options to fight against them through this special designation. I want to announce that we are designating $13.7 million to fight drugs and crime at the Department of State through our efforts, and also we are working to invest $6 million for drones, UAVs, for Ecuador, for the Ecuadorian Navy. so that they can combat this scourge. This is the beginning of what we can do together. We spoke of the possibilities. This is something long-term. To station U.S. troops in Ecuador, in cooperation, obviously, with the Ecuadorian government to create opportunities for joint training and operations and face common threats. Our relationship with Ecuador will not be limited just to security, to fight drug trafficking and money laundering and illegal mining. That's not the only focus